Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Well, they do call it the beautiful game, and the man we see before us now personifies all that is good about it. He is known simply as the King.
It's as though the game...
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Vieira. And here's Ibrahimovic. Vieira. Koller.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And he plays one through. Thomas. And this is Yaya Toure. And the shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Bullet clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game. Looking for the run. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We have already started here. The unmissable figure of Jan Koller. No doubt where his strength lies.
No, well, if ever you wanted to show the definition of target man, it's him, the human lighthouse.
And nearer 7'6".
Yeah, with the right service, he's unplayable.
Oh, this looks sharp. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Mbappe! Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't kick out that killer ball.
Vieira, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Great vision. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Roberto Carlos. And it's Maldini. Now Seedorf. And that's been intercepted. Roberto Carlos promptly onto that, and that is that.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Yeah. Ernest. Vieira does really well to win the ball there. Ernest is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Shoots! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Lahm goes short. Look at the space here. It's run loose here. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Caught offside that time. Araujo. Vieira. Pele. That's a good run down the left. He's had it taken off him. Pele! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Araujo clears it away. Ernest. Botafogo have the chance to go the other way. Well read, and the danger is averted. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Getting on for a third of the way through the game. And here's Ibrahimovic. Beckham, spread it left. The less said about that pass, the better. Yaya Toure is the team's great visionary. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Ferdinand. Lahm has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Looking for the... Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Botafogo! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
Botafogo have penetrated for the first time.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Collar. Pelé. Lahm plays it in. Maldini with the clearance. Beckham. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And that was very necessary. And they win it back again. Botafogo leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. Collar constantly looking for the ball into the box. And here's Ibrahimovic. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's on it, can he get away? There's the delivery. And the first half is done. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Botafogo leading 1-0 at the break. And the second half gets underway. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. That was nowhere near his best. Lahm. Nice looking ball. Well read, nice interception. Yaya Toure. Vieira. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
No way through there. And this is Ibrahimovic. Tries to pass it through. Vieira. Pressing high and with purpose. Oh, it's come loose. Now this could be a chance. Lahm is onto this. Lahm made a surge from fullback, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Botafogo just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. There's the man who is effectively the team's... he's given it away. Now it's Hullet. Eto'o in acres of space out wide. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
But it is clear to see that he is not a... Shot at goal! That's a decent clearance. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Donnarumma claims comfortably.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Camisa 20. Camisa 19.
Lahm is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack.
Deixando o campo para
That pass has been well intercepted. Gullit was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Now it's Gullit. Now it's Gullit. Maldini cuts out the pass. Botafogo perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Roberto Carlos. Ferdinand. And it's Lahm. And here's Suarez. Can he finish? They've done it! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Substituição em andamento.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. He's chosen to go back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
That'll be a corner. It's their second corner of the game. Bale with the short one. Now there's a fine ball. Played back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Gullit.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Now it's Eto'o. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Terrific header! He's scored! What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Eto'o! Harmlessly behind. 5 minutes left on the clock.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. It's a good run down the right.
Such good technique.
And that's aimed into the middle. And this is Roberto Carlos. Try to play, and it is a goal kick. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Luis Suarez. And here's the chance to counter. Lahm kept his eye on it, and he's there. Eto'o. In towards the back stick. That's going to go a long way. And that's it. Botafogo proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other way. And they are clearly so happy to have won it. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Botafogo definitely came out on top simply because they were allowed to march through the middle. Something they...
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We have already started here. Beckham. Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And he's there to belt it away. Out for a throw. And it's Lahm. Araujo is there, and he can get that clear.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Terrific header! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Ferdinand. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Beckham. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now Yaya Toure. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nicely aimed pass. Pullet. Ambitious ball here. Nice interception, well timed. Lahm is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Lahm. It's a good run down the left-hand side. And here's Eto'o. Shifted it to the flank. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, can he get onto this? Botafogo still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Pullet takes control of it and he's on the move. Yeah. And it's Lahm. Lahm looking to penetrate opposition lines. Vieira. Out to the right. Beckham. Played in. Some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. He's had it nicked away. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. It's a good run down the right. He is through here. Seedorf. No way through. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, he's burst through! And a chance! Goal! Botafogo! And Botafogo are in front. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Botafogo have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Beckham.
Oh, really well played.
Well, he's not going to get any further than that. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's in a great position here. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Ferdinand. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Caught offside that time. Vieira. And the pass is intercepted. Shot a goal! They've done it! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Roberto Carlos. Pullet absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Oh, good ball!
Décimo.
And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Driven forward. Koller might just make this. Some resolute defending there. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. How would you review the first half?
Botafogo really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Botafogo in control at half-time, 2-0.
Senhoras e senhores, vejam no telão as informações sobre como se localizar dentro do estádio. Teremos uma substituição.
And the second half gets underway. Yaya Toure. And it's Hullet. And Hullet! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And he lines up and up he goes! No, not the best of headers. Aims beyond the defence. And this is Ibrahimovic. That is lovely. Lahm could try cutting inside here. That could spell... He's having a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Vieira. Lahm.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Ferdinand. Donnarumma. Beckham. Beckham with the cross. And it's claimed by the keeper. Early stages of the second half, and still two between them. Lahm. Yaya Toure. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Played into them, he rises! Seedorf. Toure wins the duel this time. He won't be happy with that one. Roberto Carlos. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Mbappe looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
So, time for
Camisa
changes
20,
on both sides, actually.
Camisa 17, camisa 19, camisa 22. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 18, camisa 13, camisa 8, camisa 14.
Well, the idea was a good one.
Substituição.
The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Passing nice and neat. Crossed into the middle. Ball is over the line. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Lam. Lam got a long way forward to join the attack. Played out towards the right wing. Rooney. Pull it. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. Mateus with the clearance. Out towards the flank. Beckham with the cross.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
In again. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And this is Rooney. And this is Beckham. That's a decent clearance.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Vieira. And he's forced to go back. Well, that is one way to stop him. No, that was never going to make it. Pull it. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Botafogo can consider themselves just about safe now. Rooney! Oh, should have put that away.
That's more like it. They have to force the issue, and that's the way to do it.
5 minutes left on the clock. And it's Beckham. Lovely bit of skill. Beckham. Oh, sweet feet.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And this is Hazard. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. Oh, Red, nice interception. It's run loose here. Rummenigge is flagged offside. Mbappe. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Botafogo can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Certainly more results-driven as they went about their business in an efficient manner. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Botafogo definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We're on the way.
Yaya Toure will be key here, Peter. His versatility and drive makes him a nightmare for the opposition.
He was actually a much more conventional holding midfield player in his younger days, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he's come on in leaps and bounds since then. In fact, he's at his best when partnered with a defensive midfielder like that, because it means...
Mbappe! Mbappe proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Oh no circumventing this opponent. Collier. And it's Ibrahimovic. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Beckham. Vieira. And it's Yaya Toure. Lam.
That's good pressing, it's really squeezing everything.
That's a super give and go. Lahm is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. And it's Seedorf. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Mbappe. So we're still where we started right now. Hernes. He came in hard, very hard. Shapes to shoot! Caught offside that time. Hernes. Yeah.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Not the most accurate pass. Back into the middle. Beckham. In towards the back. Oh, smashing header! In he goes again! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Seedorf plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Hernes. Hernes cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And this is Ibrahimovic. 15 minutes till half-time. Tries to play it through. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And he's there to get it away. Collar. Played out wide. That is lovely. We get a throw in. Hernes. Seedorf. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That has been slung wide. Nicely shaped cross. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Beckham is one whose deliveries we all know about. Can he get it through? And the finish! Ferdinand attempts a clearance. In by Hullet. Chance for a shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Yaya Toure.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Roberto Carlos. And it's Seedorf. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Araujo kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. It's come to nothing. And the first 45 minutes are up. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. So off we go once more.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Ernest.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Mbappe! Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Vieira. And the pass is intercepted. Oh, that's fabulous. And it's Seedorf. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe, chance! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender. Stay onside.
Maldini makes the interception. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Substituição no time do Botafogo. Camisa 19.
Yaya Toure.
Camisa 17. Camisa 20.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Substituição em andamento.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. He's a sharp little ball here. Tries a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people...
Eto'o! And that was neither one thing nor the other.
Eto'o might just be regretting what was probably the toughest of his options.
And here's Bale. Chooses to go, and the shot! It's run loose, who's going to get there? And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. That's really well manoeuvred. And here's Rafael Leao. And he was quick to react. It's a throw-in.
substituição no time do Botafogo. Camisa 22.
It is still anyone's game,
Vai ser
0-0.
substituído pelo jogador. Camisa 14. Teremos uma substituição.
Vieira. Botafogo still have the cards to affect this game. Noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Now it's Rafael Leao. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Chance here to counter. Toure charging forward, the ball at his feet. Lam, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Beckham. Mateus.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That's Vieira. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Lam. And this is Bale. Oh, shooting chance! And it's come back out to him. And he's quick to get it clear again. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now he's got space here. No, he's just misjudged that one. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. That's an imaginative pass. Lam. Mateus. Vieira. Haaland receives it in a good position here. Lam. And Mateus. And here's Bale. Lam picks it up out wide. Takes a shot! Oh, what about that? And that's got to be it! That has got to be it! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Botafogo take what looks to be a decisive... And that's it. Botafogo have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Bale taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So a dramatic game decided in its very last moments.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire.